We'd like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity podcast, and it's the morning session that we get together. Edna, how did you know about the rule always come early and always stay late? How did you know about that rule?
Um, I was raised like that, I guess.
Really? Nice. Nice. You go, girl. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Very impressive. Um, so what we're doing with Edna is Edna's joining and being certified in being an EVA and LP executive virtual assistant and a legacy partner. And so this is her first time. And so welcome, Edna. We're really excited to have you on board. So, Edna, do you have any questions before we dive in?
I don't think so.
Okay. So we meet Monday through Friday at roughly 7:20. There's also a bunch of other calls, and so some of them you're on, some of them you won't be on. It is your own business, and so you get to decide what you want to do, what you want to learn, where you want to go, what you want to be. You want to treat yourself as an employee of your own company. So if you
Mhm.
can be consistent working certain days, certain hours, nobody, requires that of you. Like you're not going to be told what to do or that it's your own company. And so you're going to go ahead and decide that. But the more disciplined you are, the more success you'll have in owning your own company. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. Um, and I think somebody's probably gone over billable, non-billable hours, but I'll do it again just to make sure. So billable hours are hours that you're actually doing the work. Non-billable are when you're learning. So there
Mhm.
you don't so it's your own company. You'll literally have in the first 6 months of working, you'll literally have over $100,000 that of time and resources invested into you. So there's massive amount. I have three college degrees in business, one in finance, a bachelor's in finance, bachelor's in management, a bachelor's in marketing. Um, Spent a lot of money on that, a lot of time, and so
Mhm.
literally in the first 6 months, you'll learn more. You'll know more about business than I did with those three college degrees easily. And so
Mhm.
the non-billable, you don't pay for, you don't have to pay for any of the training or anything. All of that comes, that's just part of being it, but you don't get paid for it. The thing that's
Right.
for the training, the thing that there is gray in that, like what's billable and what's not, it's not black and white. And so,
Mhm.
and so my goal is to get, to get all of as much of your time as possible into billable. I believe the non-billable time actually makes you more money in the long term because that's what helps you to get more time and make more money hourly. The more you know, the better you're going to execute on things. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Uh-huh.
And you're part of a team that's continuing to grow. And so you're not on your own. And so you're helping other people, they're helping you. Um, every training program, every group that goes through, the goal is to have the training better than the previous generation. So Nora started, I
Mhm.
think it was 9 months ago. I think Anita maybe 8 months, something like that. Elaine, I think it was 3 years ago or something like that. And so your training ideally is going to be better than their training was. And who comes after you, your responsibility is to make the training even better than what you had coming in. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So my goal is within you. My understanding is you're coming over to our house, which is great. Be nice to meet you in person, and you'll be working, I believe, with Anita and maybe Rosanna today in person on the training. Sometimes, um, the EVAs that have been able to do the in-person training like it a lot. I've worked with EVAs that I've never met. Like I've never met them in
Mhm.
person. So the training can be done, over the phone, or it can be done over Zoom, or it can be internet-based training. There's a bunch of different things, but the ones who are able to do in person, they say they like that a lot. So the goal is within an hour of you being here today, is that you would start making phone calls. And so the system for doing that needs to be improved some. And so there's different types of phone calls that you can make. So that would be billable time. The goal is that half of your time, at least half of your time today, would be billable. Um, so I don't know that we've ever had anybody that have started making phone calls within an hour of starting, or their first day was 50% billable. So it's a big goal, but I think we can do it with, Anita's help and Rosanna's help. And with your hard work, I think we can do that. Um,
Mhm.
Elaine, anything you have before we dive into our regular meeting?
Just wanted to say welcome to the team. And if there's anything that you ever need, you feel free to reach out to us at any given time, and we will help you the best that we can.
Nice,
Okay, thank you.
nice. And do you have the ability to text or not?
Yes.
Okay. And so my rule is if I'm leading somebody, if I'm kind of a leader, if I'm developing somebody, if they're working, I'm working. Naturally,
Mhm.
I might not be, but that's my philosophy. So,
Uh-huh.
so the training is really important. Once you're trained, then you can pretty much do whatever you want to do. Like if you're producing, don't look at it like you're getting paid hourly. Look at it as if you're getting paid for results, like almost piecework. Like, like you are,
Mhm.
you have a base, but then there's bonus, and where the goal is that you'll go ahead and you'll earn far more money by the bonus than you will otherwise. Learn to embrace fear, change, learn to, being scared, those type of thing. It's a good thing. I'm not worried about you making mistakes. Like we all make mistakes. It's fine. I make more mistakes probably than anybody else. And so
Mhm.
when we're learning and growing, that's just part of learning and growing. And so,
Mhm.
you know, if people make mistakes, they'll clean it up or we'll help clean it up. It's not a big deal. The only thing that is really important is integrity. We say what we do what we say, mean what we say what we mean. Like integrity is really, really important. If we say we're going to do something, we do it. And and if we don't do something, we're not able to do something we say we're going to do, then we tell people, hey, messed up. I said I was going to do this. I apologize. Work to make sure it doesn't happen again. Um, if you enjoy learning, which I believe you do, there's so much learning, it'll be overwhelming. You're gonna feel overwhelmed a lot. That's a good overwhelm. It's not bad. If you ever
Okay.
feel bad overwhelmed, if you ever feel bad overwhelmed, then we need to have a conversation really fast because it shouldn't be bad. It hurts. It's like but it's all good because you're growing. Um,
Mhm.
Different EVAs focus in different areas. And so, Nora, what we're trying to do is get like 100% of her time into sales. And if you want to make a lot of money, that's where you focus your time is in the sales area. So that's
Uh-huh.
salespeople. That's just makes, the most amount. And so, Anita, she's focusing in on more on the administrative, and support. But Nora, she has a little guy, a 3-year-old, and so he's not in school yet. And, he's very, very active. And so she's working around, that whole thing, which is she's doing a great job on that. And, Elaine, she's kind of the jack of all trades. And so she does a lot of support of me and developing other people. So she's kind of a troubleshooter, like a swingman, kind of on the, like she can slide in, she can make sales calls, she can go ahead and work with technology. She works in accounting as well. And so it might take a little while to really find what your niche is, what your area is. And you might do a lot of different things. You might end up narrowing in on one area. So there's a lot of different options on things you can do. There's plenty of work. Like there's tons and tons of work. There's so many opportunities. It's crazy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Rosanna, anything you got before we dive into our regular meeting?
Welcome, Edna.
Thank
Nice,
you.
nice. So, Rosanna's my wife. We've been married 41 years. We have 7 kids. We have 10 grandkids, 2 more on the way. Not too much further. I mean, it's pretty close to them. And um, so we were married when she was, 19 and I was 20. We were both in college. We started businesses while we were in college. And so she's been a business owner, entrepreneurial wife, her whole life, our whole married life. And so we're working on getting her out of everything. And so if there's things that she's doing and you can slide in and take them from her. I tend to dish things maybe too fast before people are ready, but you know what? They'll be fine. And they are. Rosanna tends to be the opposite of me. So she will hold on to things more. She's a little bit more reluctant. You'll see our property today. And so we have 4 acres right in Bristol, Indiana, northern Indiana by Elkhart in Elkhart County. And so we have different events. We have an event coming up in May that we might have over 500 people there. And so we own Roseanne and I own 9 companies, and I have an extra 20 to 30 hours of free time a week. So I play a lot of pickleball. Um, Roseanne and I are
Uh-huh.
co-authoring a book, How Pickleball Changed Our Lives. And so there's a lot of fun and a lot of opportunities and mixing all of it together. So she will be able to help you. She's pretty much done everything too. And so she can help you. So you've got a lot of support in being able to go through it. Nora, anything you have before we dive into our regular meeting?
Nothing except welcome. Glad to have you on board.
Nice. So Nora's been, doing it for 9 months. She's doing great on it. She does her heavy focus on sales. So she's learning how to sell, and she had a sale yesterday. So she and I had a sale in 33 minutes. And so that was really cool. There's a whole bunch of work. So everybody contributes to that sale. Nora and I are the ones on the front, like we're the tip of the spear. So we're the ones that are there when it happened. But the sales couldn't happen without Rosanna and Elaine and Anita and Ginger Ann and a whole bunch of other people, supporting us as well. And so you're going to be learning how to schedule appointments. You're going to be learning how to schedule appointments. And so a lot of the appointments will be scheduled for Nora. So my guess is you and Nora will become best buddies. You're going to help her reach her goals. She's going to help you reach your goals. And you'll learn a lot from her. And she's very, very good at what she does. And so you and her will become best buddies. Anita, anything that you have before we start our regular meeting?
Can't think of anything.
Okay. So Anita is going to she supports a lot. So she does a lot of support, really, really critical on the work that she does. So she oversees a lot of the booklets, the printing, the cutting, making sure that inventories are there. She's also done sales. And so she's had sales, and so she knows how to make, sales calls, cold calls, talking to people, all of those type of things. And so she will be able to assist you on a whole bunch of things. You'll have a primary mentor, what will be called an art mentor. And so this is ARRT, the atomic ripple reaction tree. So you'll be assigned an art mentor. I'm not sure who that's going to be yet. My guess is it might be Nora, but I'm not sure. We'll see how that works for you and her in doing it. Kind of depends on a couple different factors. I'm going to be available. So I'm involved in your business and your success as much as you want me to be, or as little as you want me to be, for as long as you want me to be. I love people, Edna, but I don't like people. And
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm not a people person. I can be a little bit direct, a little bit too direct. Sometimes I seem to be a little standoffish. There's a whole podcast series, and so I'm sure that that's part of the training that you're going to look at a 2.5 video that one of my friends put together. It's called Mark Boersma for Dummies, and um, sometimes people don't like me. I'm okay with that. There's 8 billion people in the world. Everybody's that's not my life vision is to be liked by everybody. Um, but I am your best friend. I mean, I will help you. I'm a monster on setting goals. And so I don't know if they'll be working with you today or sometime this week on goal setting. And what are your goals? What are your financial goals? What are some of the other goals that you have? What's your life vision? So sometime this week, you'll be working on your passion circle. So what are your God-given passions? And then what's your life vision? Like, what has God put you on this planet to do? And so we're all independent business owners. None of us are employees. So you're just like me. I mean, you and I are peers. I got a few more years of experience maybe than you, but we're all equals. Like we have different roles, and understanding those roles and how to go ahead and come together as a team, work together as a team is really, really, really important. Anybody else have anything else for Edna before we get started with our regular meeting? Okay. Edna, do you have any questions before we just jump over to our regular meeting?
I don't think so.
All right. So if you're watching this, and you're like, man, that's going to be, I can't wait till I get started, right? Like it's a pretty, like I've been part of a lot of teams over the years, and I've never been part of a team like this. I mean, it's just absolutely awesome, but I'm reluctant to say it's like family because you might not have, you might be like me. And sometimes it's like, I don't know if I really want to be part of a family. Um, so there's good days, bad days, but in the end, we're all after, what we're after, and that's to become everything that God created us to be. And sometimes that feels really good and really exciting, like the sale yesterday that, Nora and I had together. Those are always fun experiences, but there's tears, there's frustration. We're doing life together, and sometimes that gets a bit messy. Don't quit. Stick with it. It'll be worth it for sure. If you have any questions on this, connect with the individual who passed this along to you, or you can call. Anybody know what the number is? Oh, here it is. 260-818-0233. That's 260-818-0233. And always remember, we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye. All right, let's see here.